where most people are just waking up. It has become important that we continue to remind ourselves of the trajectory. Banditry, terrorism, those are the two major words, and now they have added insecurity. The media, anytime they try to euphemize or make something sound simple, they want to water down a very serious issue. They look for euphemistic words. At first, under Jonathan, it was called terrorism. Okay, but let us quickly bring ourselves back history line, just to say or just to show that the bandits did not just come out of the blues. They have story, they have roots, they have background, they have antecedents, they have association, and the government is part of the conspiracy. And that is why I've always said, let us always come together and face the government. And I'm happy that finally people are coming to see it, that it is the government that we all have to face for this. And I'll give you instances why I said so. That the bandits have association with the government and that they are doing this together. It was called terrorism during the time of Jonathan. And you recall some statements that were so significant but people may have forgotten. One of those statements is statements such as when they were trying to when they said, do not kill the bandits. That was the opposition speaking at the time, APC. Do not open fire on the bandits. Talk, come to table with them, talk to them. They said, talk to the bandits, don't kill them. Talk to the terrorists, don't fire at them. Don't attack them. That is one of those instructive statements not to forget. The second is during the election, as the elections approach, you hear things like, if we do not, if what happened in 2011 happens again in 2015, the baboons. You can complete that statement by yourself. And then immediately, Jonathan said, okay, no human blood is worth my ambition. And then, when they came into power, they first relaxed. But because of the attitude of politicians, it is always the politicians who empower these bandits. Politicians, in the same manner, empower thugs. That is where, when you hear popular sayings these days, where people say, "Why are you making such demand on me? Show panyo for me. Did you kill for me?" Listen to guys say it these days. Government empowers thugs because they use them for elections. Then it's snowballed into what you now call terrorism. But once the terror sponsors came to power, they said, no, don't use the word terror again. Let's just call them bandits. They metamorphosed. Afterwards, they began to penetrate. They want to continue to maintain them, but they cannot meet up with the demands of the terrorists. They want, just take note of this. They want to continue to maintain them because they still want to use them again. They already empower them. But they cannot meet up with the demands of the terrorists. An instance of the statement where Gumi said, you recall that Gumi said, for instance, don't attack the bandits, give them amnesty, talk to them. And then after, when they kidnapped another set of 300 boys, the statement they made was that, government, this is the bandits talking through Gumi now, that government has agreements with them that he has not met. When bandits are making such statements in confidence, and they are boastfully saying it, and it makes me laugh when I see Abba Kyari lying prostrate in the bush, in front of camera, making camera posture as though he's hunting bushmates. And then they are captioning it with things like, oh, in search of the bandits. Who told you are doing that? You know Gumi's address. Gumi knows where they are. Gumi already, by himself, validated that the military know where the bandits are. So all this confirm the association of governments and the bandits. So whatever agreement they had, I think, talk to your boys, because nobody wants to play victim for them anymore. We are not proving any point anymore. Lives have been wasted, and it is enough of it already. And I also continue to remind, when they came to power, you recall that the presidential spokesperson, Garba Shehu, also became acting spokesperson for Mieti Allah. And you start hearing statements such as, give them your lands, or you can complete it. Other statements such as, learn to live with it. It has come to stay. And you wonder, what is all of this about? Further again, it confirms again the association of government and these people. And then, if you come further down, Gumi is now their mouthpiece, speaking on their behalf and reminding the government. Gumi is reminding the government of the needs or the demands or the requests of the bandits. And this goes to say that all the people in power as so far, they have always maintained one squad or the other. Bandits, thugs, terrorists. Maybe if another set of politicians come in, we'll call them another name. But they keep changing the word, they keep metamorphosing. But nobody will allow, and that is where we have often credited. So when people say, "Oh, you are talking as if you don't know that Sunday Igboho is a thug." Yes, we understand it. We understand it. But there comes a time when somebody will say, "This is, at least this is my own territory. Respect me. We are not going to allow you to continue to kill people here. You can let your banditry stay in your region. But do not allow this terrorism to spread to my own extent." Okay? So, and that is where we begin to credit Sunday Igboho for rising to the occasion. Otherwise, government itself failed because it became too sensitive for them to handle. The bandits are terrorizing, they are threatening them day in, day out. You made them. They are powerful already. They have weapons. And even the military does not even know how to go about it. They have to listen to your instructions. Oh, further confirmation. When in Ogun State the other day, farmers prevented herdsmen from encroaching their farmland, military personnel came, followed them down to the farm, tortured owners of the land, and asked them to allow the herdsmen to graze. So when government executioners are backing such acts, it goes to show. And it was Abacha, I think, who said that if terrorism lasts more than 10 days, under whatever guise, the government definitely knows about it. The government knows about it. So the arms proliferation in Nigeria is another source of worry, another source of concern. I know many people reach out to me and call, "Shegun, what can we do? Can we begin to harm?" There are many calls, guys. Yes, you can recruit guys. Yes, you can. But I won't call it recruits. I would say, let's begin to organize our people. Let's not use the word recruit. It sounds like we want to further establish or emphasize or expand the business of terrorism. When you say recruits, that's the word they used for the terrorists. They recruited people into insurgency, recruited them into banditry. But let's not recruit. We have guys. You know, when they say men, they apologies. We have guys. Let us organize them. Rather than having our boys, this is an opportunity for us. Instead of having our people, attacking one another under the guise of I be a year, you be a year, whatever, I think that era should expire already. Let us begin to organize our people. Yeah, there are guys. Most of them just, frivolous. They casually just enter into, they walk by themselves into all these called gangs because they are idle, unemployed. This is an avenue for us to begin to organize them, organize all these efforts and all these energies to protect our lands, to protect their territory, to protect everywhere. So now, because Igboho did not allow terrorism or banditry or insurgency or whatever name the government wants to call it to extend completely into the southwest, the game then changed that it is Igboho that they now want to hunt. So another confirmation there is, why is government not going after the bandits or listening to why Igboho is fighting? But government wants to arrest Igboho. That means government wants to give more room for the bandits. So whatever is a threat for those kidnapping 300 at a go, on supposedly on bikes, kidnapping 300 school children in Niger State, in Bauchi, in Benue, in Borno, everywhere. Kidnapping made easy under this government. Because Sunday Igboho has now prevented that from happening in the southwest, you want to take him out. The game is leaked already. That game leaked already. You want to take Igboho out of the equation so that people feel jittery again, and then those kidnapping easily in the north can continue their business down south. Down south. And I've said it before, we do not need only one. If they take Igboho out of the equation, it makes all of us look weak. If they can take Igboho so cheaply, then it will make everybody in the south look so cheap, like you can take them. Oh, you could come and take him out. Take him out. But if we, and that is where I kept telling those who call me from abroad, the Yoruba activists, that we need to increase the number of Igbohos. Let it not be only Igboho. Igboho is already the face of, resistance against extension of banditry and terrorism to the southwest. Okay, but let us now organize more in different communities, and that's where I want to credit Are Onokakanfo, Mr. Yinka Odumaki, the Afenifere, and I want to encourage other civil society organizations to now come together. It is now, I'm happy that the efforts are meeting now. Are Onokakanfo, Pa Debanjo, Mr. Yinka Odumaki, and another concerned Yoruba, Afenifere stalwarts. I'm happy that finally we are being able to broker that network. Because at the end of the day, it's about all of us. So because, as I said, and I'm happy that after I said, most of the things I've said have come to fruition. They have been confirmed both officially and unofficially. I've said it before that Shewure will be the last activist that will carry placard. Everybody in Nigeria will become activists. And that is the sacrifice Shewure made. That if you don't respect if you will not respect our placards, people will come afterwards that will be dreaded. It's beginning to happen already. And I've also predicted. All the predictions I've made have come to pass already. I said, it is your responsibility to defend yourself. That has also come to pass. In fact, the Minister of Defense came out to say it officially, without shame, that you should defend your territory. Don't be a coward, don't be weak. Defend your community. If the Minister of Defense says that, it means it validates or it justifies my saying that it is your individual responsibility to be safe and alive in Nigeria. Do not depend on any government. There is no Ministry of Justice anywhere. It's all ceremony. It's all camouflage. It's all politics. There's no Ministry of Justice anywhere in Nigeria. Don't just let it happen to you. At least we can see the example of Shewure. If you allow, if they pick Sunday Igboho, if they should pick him, they are not going to release him anytime. And that is why an Nnamdi Kanu will not return to Nigeria, because he knows the idea is once you pick him, he's gone. But Shewure is sacrificing himself to allow us to see. So other activists coming up, seeing the way they are treating Shewure, must not allow themselves to be arrested. Hence, we must continue to protect people like Igboho and organize more people. I'm not supporting chaos, but the government of the day is already sponsoring chaos and anarchy. So it is not me. If you hear me say anything here, it is not me saying it. If those of you who know me know I've been so peaceful. In fact, people have called me coward. They've called me all sort of names because we are trying to see, this is just one happenstance. It is not meant to be. It is not going to be. Let us take it easy. We have been on the path of caution for too long, but the government continues to demonstrate that it is not hard for peace. And it becomes your responsibility to defend yourself. While it is not, it is uncouth or is unsupported to to encourage people to take up arms, at least that is why we have been showing that okay, if you can't take arms or you don't have access to AK-47 or you don't even know how to, you don't have the wherewithal or protection, at least you can go back to your native protection means, which is why we have been saying okay, nobody will at least say why am I encouraging people to return to native means of protection. Communities have been doing it even in time past and recently. We always organize communally to defend our community, so we can always go back to communal means, which is why I've been encouraging people to go back to native scientific means of protection. On my own course, I've been going out, people have been calling, I've been linking as many as I can up, you know, get whichever way you can protect yourself. It is your responsibility to be fine. It is your responsibility to defend yourself, to defend your life. It is not government's responsibility. All those say government has the primary responsibility of protecting lives and property. All those ones are on paper. Your life is tangible. That paper is intangible. That paper they call constitution as we speak now, is intangible. If it were, why the fundamental human rights abuses every day and the courts are silent and quiet, are closed down? The courts are closed down. The courts, even when they are open, are doing the bidding of the government. So there is no fundamental right protection by courts or by the legal system in Nigeria. And I've always encouraged people that, hey, protect yourself. I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to upload a video maybe later today. Pastors, I won't expose them because it's not right for me to do. We know big bishops, we know big pastors whose protections are native. I'm not here to make you believe it, but in my years and process of media adventure, I've done some under G, and I can tell you that these people, they lady. I'm not going to talk past that, But the only thing I'm permitted to come up and say is, it is your responsibility to protect it. Go to church is fine. Go to mosque is fine. To collect anointing is fine. Take their stickers is fine. Call the name of Jesus is fine. Babalawo, they call Jesus' name. Babalawo, they call the name of Jesus. So what is the difference if he now wears, suit, carry Bible, go to pulpit, still calls the name of Jesus, but deep down, Baba know wetin they take protect himself. So you, please, it is your responsibility to protect yourself. And somebody says they want to continue to support, or because they want to support our media adventure, and they said I said I don't want to be doing fundraisers anymore because I don't really feel I should be doing that. But they said, well, at least once in a while flash it. Some of us like what you do and want to support you. Well, that's it on your screen. I'm going to be out of here now because there's no electricity. I run on battery every time. That's why my broadcasts are usually very short. Okay. I'm here just to advise. Okay. I'm here to advise, to give information based on, if I have any information I give, like if I have insight or clue or hint, I say it. I let you have it. Okay. So just few comments and I close. Running out of battery already, and they're targeting my network. Those of you who are doing it from abroad, you are lucky. In Nigeria, it's not. It costs me a lot to stay on a broadcast like this. I bond networks, use virtual protection software and all that, pay for all these things. After they systematically took out Shore, I gave up in Nigeria completely. Well, if Shore himself has not given up, why give up? Why should anybody who is still free give up? Shore has not given up even when he's still in captivity. Somebody said before that I'm a coward, that I've been a coward but I have a good heart. I'm not a coward. If I were a coward, I would not be going out the way I've been going out. A lot of people call me up and say, guy, be careful, all this your waka waka did too much. Me, like when they called me that, oh, why not bring Sunday Igboho on your platform? I said, if I were abroad, I would invite Sunday Igboho on my platform and interview him. But Sunday Igboho is in the southwest. I am in the southwest. What is the essence of the interview when simply I can go join him on the field? I mean, I'm an adventurous journalist. I go out. Sunday Igboho is on the field. I'm also if an on the field person. So what is the essence of interviewing him when I could just go find him and we go on the field together? I mean, this is something that we should be giving up to the minute coverage. We should be giving up to the minute coverage of activities of people who are on the field doing this job. Okay, so that's why I don't feel like I should be interviewing Sunday Igboho when I should actually be on the field with him. So it's just because I'm still very busy at the moment. I'm still definitely going to link up with the crew. I mean, at some point we should have some activities together, you know. But we also need to make sure that we go back to, you know, uh, encouraging more people in their different localities, because it's also important for us to note that Sunday Igboho cannot be everywhere. So we also still have to go to different and diverse communities. That is the essence of why most times I do the on the G I do. Okay. Um, Shegun, tell the women in the zoo to start investing in taser guns and pepper spray and body camera. Of course. Thank you for that suggestion. Yeah, we suggested it way past, but because attention shifted and moved to local protections and all that, we began to investigate into that also. And let me also quickly take this avenue to tell many people who have been calling. Let me take this thing off my face. I mean, you've seen it already, yeah. Maybe I should allow the comments now. Okay, so people were calling me to ask me about how real is that. I said that's exactly why I'm also undergoing the adventure. How real is the native protective charm? Well, if it is not real, Sunday Igboho will not wear it. Okay, and the ones that I have shown, I show them because that is the extent I can show. For those who are asking whether AK-47 whether that protective charm can also prevent or repel the AK-47, the answer to that is we could not test with AK-47, because if we bring out AK-47 to test such, will police not invite and ask where did you get it? And that's why many people who have things do not really want to show them. Okay, people who have these things do not want. Even the Baba said, "Don't give my number out yet." Okay, and different people like that will say, "Don't give my number out." But it is just to demonstrate that these things are there, just to show that they are there. Okay, so there are so many reasons we do what we do. It's not because we just want to do this or do that. No, I'm also not. I mean, I'm not a spiritual person as such. Those of you who know me know me. I'm not a spiritual person. Okay, but I believe if you want to be spiritual, why not do the real one? If you want to be spiritual, why not do the native? I mean, the one that is actually native to you, instead of those who carry the Bible also do it. Those who carry the Bible that we know, you may not know them to that extent. You see them on the pulpit, but we know them, away from the pulpit. They carry Bible openly, but deep down they know what's in them be. So please, it's just to begin to. I'm just also exploring. I'm also into some kind of adventure. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, it's very important at this point. All these things I'm doing are risky. I'm not abroad. If I were abroad, I would just do anything anyhow. But I'm here and I'm still sticking out my neck. It's not easy. So, and I don't have police escort. I don't have bouncers. I don't even have money to organize for private security and all that. So, but I'm still sticking my neck out. So if you call me a coward, if it makes you feel good, yeah, go ahead. It's okay. Let me take more comments. Somebody is asking if I still believe in one Nigeria. I've told you many times already. I'm indifferent. Most of you are abroad because you are indifferent about the name of the country you are in. All you care about is things are working. You are in a country where there's electricity, there's employment, there's money. You won't even care what the name of the country is. Yes, but if we want to start saying, okay, that is the approach, if that will be the answer to our own problem, why would I be against the answer? The only thing is, let us cross our T's and dot our I's very well. Let us be very sure, first of all, that that is actually the answer. Okay? Let's be sure that that is the answer. Are we sure that's the answer? If you're sure, well, it's fine. I'm not against the Dual Republic. I'm not against Biafra. I'm not even interested in Nigeria. I only care that whether I wake up tomorrow morning I am in Biafra, or whether I wake up tomorrow morning the name of the country has changed to Odudua, or whether I wake up tomorrow morning and I'm still in Nigeria. The only thing that I want to see change is everything works fine. The reason most of you change your citizenship voluntarily to the new country you reside in is because things work. And do you want to be an American citizen? Or bear more, things work. Do you care? Have you ever sat down one day to say the name of this country should not even be United States of America? It's supposed to be this. Do you care the name? No. You care that things work. So for me, whether I am still in Nigeria or I wake up tomorrow morning and I find myself in Oduduwa Republic, the only reason you two want Nigeria to break is because things are not working. If things were working, you probably will not even be thinking about we probably will not be thinking about what we are thinking about. We are thinking about what we are thinking about because we feel that will solve the problem. Yeah, we feel it will solve the problem if we break it. Oh, I've suggested it before, if we unbundle the country, maybe, and everybody manages their region. And that is why some people are also proposing restructuring. Like, oh, if we restructure and let everybody take care of their regions, maybe things will work fine. Yeah, and some people feel, rather than restructure, why not just break it? Whether you break it, whether you don't break it, all I care about, all I care about as I speak with you right now, is let there be good government. That's all I care. So if I am in Oduduwa Republic tomorrow morning, and there is still Lekki toll gates, there's still bad roads everywhere, there's still poor electricity, there's still no employment. Excuse me, what then is the point? This is me just ask. I'm not forcing it. You asked me and I'm answering. It is my opinion, my answer. Okay? My answer. Okay? If we are in Oduduwa Republic and all these factors that we complain about are still present, then there is no point. But if we break and it solves all these problems, who wants to be against solution? I'm not sure any sane person wants to be against solutions. So I am for the Oduduwa Republic as long as it answers all these problems or questions of unemployment, insecurity, corruption, and if it answers it, I am for it. If it will not answer it, if it is just some overzealous interest to just become like me too, I want to be in power, and I feel if we don't break the country, I can't come to power. If that is the same reason, I don't see why, But for me, I'm for the Oduduwa Republic as long as it changes bad governance to good. And I don't also care whether this country is still to. And you can change the name of the country. I'm not interested in the name Nigeria. It's not as if it pays me any money. I don't collect any credit alert on in the name of Nigeria. So that is the answer for that person. Yeah, you're welcome. D.A. Osadolo watching from Milan. Yeah. So somebody said I'm almost 40 years and Nigeria hasn't given me anything or joy, not even my children. What gain of being in Nigeria? And without bias to your own opinion, solution or answer, okay? I think it is government. I think it's our government that is too bad. If we had good governance, I do not see any reason why all these things we complain about should be present. At least we complain every time. Obasanjo was there for 8 years. He's a Yoruba man. Jonathan was there 6 years. Okay? So, I'm not saying we should not break the country. Yeah. But if you are breaking the country because of Buhari, then the question is, if Buhari leaves, if we all come together and remove Buhari, and I've said it before, you can't even break the country without facing the government. We can't. So we all still have to come together and break the country. So you can see that different people have different reasons they want to break the country. Like Alayode is saying who named the country. Now that person's grouse is about who named the country. So the reason that person wants Nigeria to break is about the name, who name am. Yeah, let me tell you what I know about the naming of Nigeria. It is a product of iniquity between Lord Lugard and his girlfriend Flora Shaw. After a hot bout of sex, they said, let us, the people of Nigeria. That was how, as we were told, they came about the name Nigeria. It's undignifying that they named us frivolously after hot bout of sex. Okay? If that is the reason you want to break Nigeria, you have a point. Okay? If, oh, Hausas always want to dominate the rest of us, is the reason you want to break Nigeria, you also have a valid point, because the people in power have never even for once pretended that we are together. I am not anywhere belefice. I give reasons to what I do. I don't just do. The people you can call anywhere belefice are the people who just face it because of the wave. I don't do just the wave. I have to convince myself as to, so that if you ask me why are you doing it, I can have reason to say, okay, this one is a valid reason to do it. I give reasons to it. Okay, I don't just do anything. All right. Somebody is asking whether Nigeria was created by man or by God. Of course, we already told you we already agreed as to how the name was created. Nigeria, product of iniquity between Lord Lugard and his girlfriend. We already know that. And then uh, merging of the amalgamation of Nigeria, I can't also say it was God. All right, it came up the way it came up. It was a business arrangement to merge the northern and southern protectorate for business and profit reason. It is still like that till today. So if that is also a reason you want to break Nigeria, you also have a valid point. Everybody has got a valid point. Okay? And then I've always said it, if we want to break Nigeria on those bases, there are so many bases. All right? There are so many bases to come up with that argument. But I've always said it at the same time, that you can't break the country by fighting poor people. It's not going to happen. The rich people who are in control of the destiny of the country will just be looking at you. So until we all come together and still face the government and say, hey, get out of the place, we want, because for instance, the way you will know it doesn't affect them and it's not going to change anything is because if it affects them, at least every day the National Assembly should be talking about it. Oh, do we want referendum? Do we want this? But they are not talking about you. They are not even talking about your agitation. So that means it doesn't affect them. Which is why I always say, let us all come together and let us, if we confront the government, for instance, say State House of Assembly for 1 week, and the following week, just in the format that the NSAS protest developed. Like today we were at State House of Assembly. The next day we are at Lekki Toge. The next day we already started picketing different states. If all this, just like you already have IPOB in this, almost now taking over the southeast. If we now continue to organize our people here, and we now have a handful, well-trained, ready, bold, supported, coming out, and we continue to face the State of Assembly, and we continue to change what they discuss at the Assembly, then we are going somewhere. But for as long as you are still not facing the government, you just want to continue to create local crisis. Me, I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to lie. I can't lie to you. Okay, and breaking the country does not lie in the hand of Sheung, Dukbe, BC on the streets. Yeah, we can sensitize them. Okay, we can sensitize them. If we sensitize them and make them all come up to, the realization that this is the direction we all need to face. Yeah, I agree. Which is why some of us can continue to go, all right, go on the streets, talk to people, energize them, encourage them, do this, do that. If you continue to do that, yeah. But by the time all of them are now sensitized, or majority of them are sensitized, we will still have to come together and engage the system as to what we want. If you don't engage the system, just, we'll be online and on the streets. But if you don't take over the street altogether and sensitize enough people, like, that's why I always tell people, when people call me and I say, see, I'm on ground, this thing circulates. Circulates. It's only online, and that's a fact. Circulates. The businesses they are discussing in Lagos State Assembly, they are not even thinking what you are thinking. The crowd that followed the Lagos State Speaker of the House, Uncle Nino Luo, as we call him now, his name is Obasa. If you see the crowd, they pass all of you video online, they shout Ududua. And I'm not trying to denigrate the Ududua agitation. As I said, I'm also interested in it. But the thing is that it's not touching the grassroots yet. It's not touching. It's not reaching. And that's why I always say we have to sensitize people locally and use them to and mobilize them to engage the system for this same cause. This thing is always online. Like, a lot of people call me from abroad. They don't know that A friend came from UK and said, "Oh, Shegun, let's walk on the street together." And I said, if you think we are going to shut down the street by walking together on the street, I'm not as popular as you think. I'm not as popular as if you do in Nigeria. But people know me abroad. People always call me, when are you coming to UK? When are you coming to US? When are you coming to Dubai? When are you coming? Yeah. Most of you who have data to watch me abroad. But the fact is the people you think you want to engage are not even aware of what you're doing. And that's why I keep saying, I mean, I love the agitation, I love the idea, but the format or the approach, I think it needs a touch up, It needs a touch up. But it's okay. Any other question? Um, Somebody say, I think the money Buhari government give you is finished. I pray that Fulani herdsmen will capture you on the way going to Abuja. Well, Chijioke Nwoye, if what you are saying is true, that Buhari government gave me money, yes, may your prayer work on me, may Fulani herdsmen capture me on the way. But if it is not true, your curse is on you in Jesus' name. Part of testimony says that, Shegun, don't worry, it will soon happen, it will get to them. There's a lot of plan going on. Okay. I'll carry the attitude to say, FH, why then all the energy from afar? It should join us to fasten the situation. Samuel, that a Nigeria problem will only be solved politically, whether this commenting online like it or not. I've always said it because I don't understand why everybody is just having some kind of funny energy. Somebody says, Rukaya says that it's not touching the grassroots because there's no money involved. I do not think so. Yeah, money is also part of it, all right? But I do not think people want to be paid like as such. But there is money involved in organizing. That's a fact. Money is involved in organizing. For instance, if I want to organize, like, say, I want to organize 500 people in just one community, and I have planned to engage 500 by, say, 20 communities a month. Because it's not going to happen just at once. I'm sure you guys know that. All right. Even those that have structure still revalidate. They still do. You understand it. So if you want to just plan it, okay. Like I want to organize people nice. I'm not gonna. How do I organize people and not at least? The money is involved. I'm not saying we have to give them money. No, but I'm saying that's the way it is. Somebody asked, "Do you like what Sunday Igboho is doing?" I've answered this question many times. I really love the fact that when government failed, it took a Sunday Igboho to rise to the occasion. So why won't I like Sunday Igboho? Somebody said, "Well, Mr. Shegun, I really wish." Oh, sorry, I missed that again. Don't mind that Chijioke is a lazy youth. I've sent this prayer, of course, back to him. Um, Somebody, Water Fason says, "Thank you. You're so right. You have said, or we only talk on internet. It's no Nigeria. There's no physical presence for all these things. The only person I would say try to make a physical touch of this thing in Nigeria is Sunday Igboho. And I really wish that the approach is different. I really wish. Although even though we can also use this as a springboard to start a structure, but I really wish that at this point the structure is now forming. I really wish that the structure is now forming. I really wish so that the structure is now forming. But I have not seen the structure forming yet. But I'm also happy that at least those that have structures are now meeting him up. And in the meeting yesterday, after they tried to arrest him on the road, the meeting between Sunday Igboho, OPC has a very wonderful, fantastic structure. Yeah, almost every babalawo I have seen, almost every hunter I have met, almost all those people at the grassroots that I have met are OPC. So I can say that OPC has a handful of structure on ground. And that is where I said, okay, if it was going to take a lot to start building all over, how about those who have existing networks begin to connect? And I'm happy about the meeting that happened yesterday. I'm going to talk to Ariel Nokakanfo shortly later today. I'm going to start talking to, I'll also call Mr. Yinka Odomaki, spokesperson of Afenifere. I'm happy about the meeting. Okay, and don't expect me to reveal everything that they discuss or whatever happened, I'm not going to, as I said, it's not an online thing. If you are abroad and you're doing this kind of program, yes, you can reveal everything that you suspect or you believe. But those of us on ground, we don't go out revealing everything because we are on ground and we know what is happening. There are some things that have to just happen without noise yet, It's just that, what it is already that Buhari came and made a mess of the whole situation. It's just unfortunate. So even if we did not believe before, Um, Even if you did not believe before that the country breaking is the answer to bad government, at least Buhari is making us feel that bad government should not even be our concern anymore. Yeah, I mean, Buhari has justified everything that has happened in this country so far. He has justified it. Nepotism, uh, ethnic presidency, selfishness, and all that. Okay. So somebody says, if you do you will understand why breakup will work. Well, I am not against breakup. You guys, I mean, I've said it many times that I believe in the right to self-determination. The only thing I've always only said, the only thing I've only always said is, let us map it out. Let's be sure that this is actually the answer, because I can't tell you categorically that that solves it. Because all these corrupt people they are present in all tribes. I mean, they are present in all tribes, which is why I said, are we sure? Are we sure? But if you're sure, it's fine. I mean, talks are ongoing, so talks are ongoing. Somebody says, Till says one principle and one principle only, the divide and rule. The only reason a tyrant or a ruler would have to use. Okay? Samuel, that as a cursing, abusing, and insulting will only create setback to those who want to break up. The fight is political. God bless you. So that is why when I see people say, including that, what is his name now, Chijoke, who said, oh, Buhari has paid you money, all because you are being realistic. They want you to just come up and say, it is happening, we have taken over. I should lie to you. I will not, I'm sorry. I'll tell you the reality. Okay, the reality is that this thing, we are not feeling it here. That's why one day somebody called me and said, they have taken over Ogun State. I say, I am in Ogun State. And as I speak with you, right, people are just going about their business. There's nothing like that here. If you say there was intervention in one community or one local government area and social media is hyping that, I understand it. But to say they have captured it is not true. It's not true. It's not true. And I'll not sit down here and be, just because I want to make you feel happy, come and be lying to you. I will not lie to you now. Why? Maka, why now? To achieve what? So somebody says, people talk about breakup. Are we going to break up Nigeria on the internet? Well, but at least something can start up as a form of sensitization, information, discussion, and you take the conversation, you take the discussion further. Okay, you take it further. Now we need to protect our people. Okay, there was a meeting yesterday, and it's an intelligent strike to the federal government. That meeting that happened yesterday, Sunday Igboho and the Yoruba elders. The federal government will be on the stools already by now. So all of us should now begin to get alert, and as in start becoming alert to whatever, you know. Somebody says yes, they are present, but it's easy to control and maintain one group of people than control over 100 different ethnic. Yeah, that it will solve that problem of multi-ethnic rivalry or ethnic rivalry. Breaking up can solve that, if that unit of problem is what you want to solve. Look at says, stop saying Buhari made a mess of the situation. Buhari is now a little boy. The man has dementia, and that's why his wife left him. But he still made a mess. Whatever happened to him still made a mess of what we are today, because other persons would have at least risen to the occasion, would have at least tried to intervene, would have at least, but this one is also not. So he's making a mess of it all the same. Somebody says Shegun is doing a great job, but always clarify your stand. I always do that. But no matter how much you clarify, for as long as you are not saying the way some people want it, they want you to lie, they want you to paint it, they want you to which I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do. Somebody says, Zeni says, thanks a lot for your truthfulness. I'm objective always, you know. If something is beyond, I'll say it's beyond this. If it's lower, I'll say it's lower. If I'm not sure, I'll say I'm really not sure. If I'm certain against what you believe, I'll tell you this is not it. But you expect me to come here and be whipping your sentiment and be making you happy, and no, I'm not. I'm here now. Why should I lie? Why should I? There's no point. Somebody said March 16 is the deadline for unrepresented people. That's also a window that we should continue to explore. Okay, I feel unrepresented. I mean, the only time I felt I held my chest like this and I said I played to Nigeria, my country, was when I was in secondary school. We just say it, just say, because there's something they call rote learning. You just say what your teacher says, so that you just memorize it. Like, some are full, but cannot we memorize it? We just say it. Two times one, two times two, rote learning. The same way is what the Nigerian pledge is. I played in Nigeria, my country. After then, we started facing reality. Oh boy, play to waiting. The country don't even know say I exist. Waiting with the point. Um, Zeni says sometimes I wonder if Buhari is still there at all. Whether he's there or not, I mean, the results are what we need. We need the works, the activities, and the activities have all pointed to the point that this government is not alive to anything. If it is alive to anything, it is to partisanship, to nepotism, to favoritism, to ethnicism. That is the only thing this government is, or cabalism. Oh, government of cabal. That is the only thing it is alive to. This government is not alive. Okay. Somebody say, "Oh, football." Shegun, I've seen anyone with dementia. Such person is not even in charge of his own life. Yes. And such person not being in charge of his own life also makes mess of the situation, even in his own family, because the wife left. But I've not seen Buhari Buhari in a long while. So it made a mess of everything. And that is why, instead of us all to come out and say Buhari must go, we are fighting ourselves on the street, which is why I keep saying, can we at least begin to face reality? I mean, this is an opportunity for, like, as of the day of Yaradua, when Yaradua was declared dead, Save Nigeria group, Wole Soyinka, everybody went on the street and engaged the system. It paved way for Jonathan. They removed, Yaradua. Jonathan came in. So whatever anybody wanted to achieve at that time, you could achieve through Jonathan that was alive. But if you are not engaging the system by all of us coming together now to say, oh, this Buhari, does he have dementia? Even if he doesn't have dementia, he's too old. Is he alive to this? Is he alive to that? He's not addressing this, he's not addressing that. If we engage the system like that, even your own agitation will be easier to achieve by that time. Everybody just comes together, engage the system at once, but for as long as we are not interested, we are looking for some phantom thing. We are just delaying what we should achieve right now. Okay. Somebody says, Shegun, what do you think? So I have all young generation. 1 second, I think. Okay. Apologies. One of the lights I use in the studio, there's no electricity here. I use battery to power everything I use. And so that's also wanting me to quickly round off. Somebody say only idiots will believe that Nigeria is working. Time for revolution is now. See, at the end of the day, whether you are shouting revolution now or you are shouting break Nigeria now, we are all still saying the same thing. We are all reacting in different ways to the same thing, that the country is not working. We are all reacting to the same thing, which is that the country is not working. That's the same thing. We are only reacting differently. Okay? But why is it difficult for all those people who agree that the country is not working to come? Why is it difficult to work together? Why is it difficult? And I put it to you, when I say this thing is not reaching the grassroots, let me explain further. I told somebody that all of these people that we see following Sunday Igboho because of the agitation to end Fulani herdsmen banditry, they all agree. But let 2023 be here now. If we don't achieve the Dual Republic by 2023, let 2023 be here. I know these people very well. They are PDP and APC crowd. Now them go peaceful stuff for APC and PDP. That's why I said what we are doing online is really not touching the grassroots. The people of the grassroots are not carried. They are just looking at So, but if we begin to organize with them and begin to put it from one end to the other, from community to community, from area to area, engage them here and there, let the orientation circulate, let it have grassroots base and spread. If this thing doesn't have grassroots spread, it will remain online. And these same people where you think say you want to achieve Ududua, Biafra agitation for now, them go paste APC and PDP poster for 2020. Now them go be party agents for APC and PDP. Now them go still collect money and share on behalf of the parties and see have the election for them because they are hungry. It's just a fact. I will not sit down and lie to you because I want you to be happy at my channel. Far from it. I don't pass that level. I go tell you the fact. All those crowd wey you say follow Sunday go for Igongon. All those crowd, they are APC and PDP crowd. Write it down. Now them go paste poster for APC and PDP. Until the first step, which is proper orientation up to grassroots level, as in spread it. Those of us on the internet already have this idea. We already know what it is. We already know what we want. Okay, but it's not really touching the grassroots. I mean, if you have a friend who visited Nigeria of late, ask him what the feel on the street is. Or if you have anybody that's currently in Nigeria, ask him what the feel is about what we are talking about online. You see that now only us we get data, we do online, they watch all these things. And not even everybody watching it agrees with it. The millions of people at the grassroots, what they are busy with right now, party revalidation exercise, APC registration, they are even contracting people to do it, and they are collecting money to do the consultancy for APC and PDP. The youth you believe are woke. I'm not woke anywhere. The thing no reach grass, and I'm not here to discourage you. I'm saying fantastic move so far. Alright? But you have to engage this. It's on ground. Okay. Somebody say I don't like the system, it's not conducive for human living. Yeah. Fulani has AK-47 with them in bush. We need gun. How can we get gun? You may not need gun altogether. If you shoot, if you pull the gun, you know shoot and call. If they see you with, if they see gun with Fulani, they may not do anything to him. If they see gun with a Yoruba person, a problem. So I'm not going to encourage openly that you begin to possess arms. If you want to do that on your own, do that. If you can get license for it, it's okay, you know. But I'm also saying that it's also possible to organize communally, and without weapons, without the kind of weapons they have, you can still win war. You know, we are in the age of ideas, and people use what they have natively. Look at recently, while some were busy with building nuclear weapons, atomic weapons, WMD, weapon of mass destruction, some scientific geek just went into the lab and said, okay, there can be biological weapon. Oh yeah, release it into the air. Oh yeah, come out, just breathe it. Even the food people eat is weapon. The food, yeah. There's GMO now. We eat GMO like say we eat, you know. We eat GMO, and so they kill people without even using weapon these days. So I'm not saying don't get weapon. Yeah, if you believe in weapon, get it. But I'm saying we are in the age of ideas where you don't even have to possess weapons necessarily. See, there may not be physical war. People don't do physical war again, as I know these days. It's not like why people were still busy working their house out, stocking money, you know, putting money in the bank, naira. Some guys just sat down, just like play. They invented Bitcoin. There's a currency now. I can't remember the last time I carried cash in my pocket up to the tune of 20,000 naira or 15. Except I want to give somebody, you know, physical cash, somebody who doesn't have account, and I'll even have to use POS to do the withdrawal before giving the person, because physically I don't carry cash anymore. So we are in an age. We are in an age where you don't have to carry submersible, you know, machine gun and all that, or WMD, or you ram it through the custom and the CZ before you say you are fighting war. No. So I think I'm wrapping up already. I know I've spoken so many jargons that people don't accept, don't believe in. It's fine, you know. But when you hear from A, hear from B, hear from C, sit down with the point and make your finalize. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, for those who have so for those who ask for the account, so you can support my media adventure. Okay, yeah. Somebody says Shegun Juju man, no one goes to space with Juju. I'm not here to argue about space. We are here talking about self-protection and self-defense. Okay. Now, person with their life, they think about going to space. It's your responsibility, once again, to be alive and safe. All right. So it says, Bro Shegun, get your own machine to defend our region. Point. I don't have to import from Germany. I don't have to import from anywhere. At least as far as protection is still concerned. You can see arrange locally. At least for now. We don't have to wait until we have to defend people, defend our lives. All right, gentlemen and ladies, I close right now. Vagabonds in Power. That's Larry's